Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, wait.
Good morning, ma'am.
Beta, good morning to all. Good morning to all of you. Take out your books. Just 3 students today. Okay, open up page number 112 of your book. Page number 112. Everybody ready? Everyone open your cameras, hurry up. Stuti, Athar, Zoya, Vikas, Arush, all of you open your cameras.
Ma'am, which page number?
Page number 112. We were reading about pollution, different types of pollution, the reasons of pollution, how pollution is caused. So today we are supposed to read prevention of air pollution, how we can prevent or how we can control air pollution. We are going to study this today. Yes, let's read out. Who is going to read? Why can't I see children putting on their cameras? All of you put your cameras on. Hurry up.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta. Very good, Rishabh and Stuti. Very good. Only you two are listening to me. Rest of the students, no one wants to open the camera, huh? Very good, Athar. Zoya, Vikas, Arush. Beta, are you still in the bed that you don't want to open your camera? Tell. Zoya and Vikas. I think they still want to sleep or they want to sleep more. Is it so? Okay, start reading. Prevention of air pollution. Who is going to read? Okay, Arush, let's start with you, beta, because you didn't read that day. You were not there.
Good morning, ma'am. Sorry for being late.
Beta. Arush, are you there? Arush Chaudhary has gone somewhere. Arush, beta, start reading.
Please tell the page number.
Beta, page number 112. The paragraph prevention of air pollution. Yes.
Air pollution. Air surrounds the earth. It
No,
made
beta,
of
no. The last paragraph of this page. Prevention of air pollution. Prevention of air pollution. The last.
the to prevent and control water pollution, the first and foremost it
Kahan? Arush, where are you reading? Where are you reading? Leave it. Don't read. Rishabh, you start reading.
Okay, ma'am. Prevention of water pollution.
Beta, air
prevent the-
pollution. Prevention of air pollution. What is wrong with all of you today? Page number 112. How many times will I say?
Prevention of air pollution. Governments all around the world are
लोहा डोसा दे दो
Anmol, mute yourself.
encouraging the use of cleaner sources of energy like windmills, hydroelectricity plants, and solar energy, which do not cause any pollution. Laws are being made to make factories and industries more responsible about the
pollutants.
pollutants they release. All vehicles owners have to get the regular pollution check for their vehicles. Car manufacturing are design vehicle which are more energy. Now, what is written here?
Efficient.
Efficient and cause less pollution. Diesel and petrol are being replaced by compressed the natural gas CNG as fuel, as it does not give out fumes. To reduce air pollution, we can first point walk short distance. Second point use carpools. Third point limit the use of air conditioner in our homes. Fourth point recycle and reuse things. Fifth point plant more trees.
Very good. So there are so many things given how we can prevent air pollution. Yes, even government is taking care of this thing to prevent air pollution. Yes, it has taken so many steps like use of windmills, hydroelectricity plants, and solar energy. They make use of this as they are cleaner sources of energy. They do not pollute the environment. Then laws are being made to make factories and industries more responsible about the pollutants they release. A lot of pollutants are released from industries and factories. So some rules and laws have been made to control that also. It should be controlled. Then now there are CNG cars. Yes, there are CNG cars because they create less pollution. The fumes, they do not give out any kind of fumes, but otherwise petrol and diesel cars give out a lot of fumes. Yes. These are various steps taken by the government only to reduce the pollution, and we can also help it. How we can help it? How we can contribute in controlling pollution? By not going on vehicles, by walking short distances. If we have to go somewhere nearby, what we can do? It is not necessary that we pick up our two-wheeler or car only. Yes, we must walk short distances so that the pollution can be reduced. Yes, then we can use carpools. Yes.
and do cycling.
Yes, we can go on cycle. We can do carpools. If suppose we have to go on for a long distance, then we can go together in one car. Instead of two people going on two different cars, both of them can go in one car. That is carpooling. Then limit the use of air conditioners in our homes, because that is also one of the very big causes of air pollution. And recycling and reusing things. planting more trees. Now listen to the green earth. The government has set up different pollution control boards to monitor pollution and issue guidelines. National Green Tribunal has been set up to check and control the polluting bodies. Now, government is doing so much to control and to keep a check on the pollution that is being caused. Air pollution in NCT of Delhi. Now, who is going to read? Anmol? Read, beta.
The air pollution in and city of Delhi, the national capital territory of Delhi, is often cited as one of the most polluted city in the world due to severe
Severe,
air
due to
severe air pollution in November 2019. A check cloud of smoke engulfed. What is it
engulf.
in
Okay, wait, listen. In November 2019, what happened? That is recent only. Yes, a thick cloud of smog. Anmol, you only told what smog is? है ना?
Ma'am, smog is fog and smoke
Yes.
mixture.
Yes, it is a mixture. So a big cloud, a thick cloud of smog, what it did? It engulfed. Engulfed means घेरना. ठीक है? Thick cloud of smog engulfed the entire region. पूरे दिल्ली region को इस thick cloud of smog ने क्या कर लिया था? It engulfed it. It engulfed. Yes. Then read what happened.
The smoke was so thick that the visibility became very poor and flights could not take off or land.
Yes.
The school had to be shut down in Delhi and the NCR region as the severe pollution
Severe.
was
Severe.
severe pollution was causing serious breathing problems for children and adults. People had to remain indoors. The farmer in northern India burned the stubble of their crops in the field in the month of October and November each year. The rising smoke in combination with the wind caused smoke in adjoining
Adjoining
areas,
adjoining areas.
but it became more severe due to vehicular what is it?
Vehicular.
Vehicular pollution and delayed rains.
Okay. Now see what happens. All of you know what is smog. So in 2019, Delhi region was surrounded or engulfed by this thick cloud of smog. Why does it so happen? It so happens because in the month of October and November, farmers cut down the stubble. Yes, because of which the smoke rises, it mixes up with the air, and also the pollution caused by vehicles, that is vehicular pollution, mixes with it and becomes more severe. And it was so intense, it was so powerful that the schools had to be shut down. People started having breathing problems. The adults and the children could not breathe. It became very difficult for them to breathe. And also, visibility was so poor that the flights could not take off. So it affected so much. At so many places, this pollution along with the smog, it mixes and it affects the life, the smooth functioning of the people, isn't it? The schools
Yes,
are
ma'am.
shut down, flights are not taking off. There is so much loss of various things. The visibility of people became poor. They had so many, like so much problems, maybe the breathing problems or something. So much happened. Yes, Rishabh, you were raising hand, beta. You want to say something?
Ma'am, what is the meaning of stubble?
Stubble is like
Parari.
what?
Parari.
Huh?
Ma'am, Parari.
What is parari?
Ma'am, ma'am, this is ma'am, when a crop is cutting down from the upper side, then the downside is left, so the farmer is burned.
Yes, very good. I didn't know it is called parari in Hindi, but the stems that are left after harvesting the crops. ठीक है, एक पर्टिकुलर सीजन में क्रॉप्स आर हार्वेस्टेड बेटा, तो बाद में जो उसकी स्टेम्स बच जाती है ना, द लेफ्ट ओवर स्टेम्स, हाउ फार्मर्स टेक देम आउट, दे बर्न दो स्टेम्स. Those leftover parts of the crops are called stubble. So the stubble is burnt, and this is how the fields are cleared to sow seeds for the next next season. So till here everything is clear. Now coming on to water pollution. Who will read water pollution? Atharv Singh, read out water pollution.
Water is a precious resource without which life on the earth cannot exist. Water pollution occurs when pollutants are released into water bodies such as lakes, rivers, and seas, directly or indirectly. Water pollution is harmful for plants, animals, and human beings. Water becomes dirty when harmful pollutants mix with water sources. Standing water, which gets collected in and around the houses, is known as stagnant water.
Okay, very good. Now, what is water pollution? There are so many water bodies around, right? So when we will release dirty things, when we will release the waste into these water bodies, they will get dirty, isn't it? So that is creating water pollution. And also, what is stagnant water? Like there is standing water, the water that remains, that does not flow. Yes, there are ditches. Ditches क्या होते हैं? गड्ढे. ठीक है? हमारे घर के आसपास रोड पे गड्ढे हैं, कहीं भी हैं. So what happens? The rain water or maybe the sewage water gets collected over there. So that what वो कहीं जाता नहीं है. Then finally it has to evaporate with the sun only. It gets evaporated by the sun. So that water that remains, the standing water, is known as the stagnant water. And this kind of water creates what? It also creates pollution. Yes. Have you seen in ditches when the water is collected, we see a lot of insects, a lot of mosquitoes flying over it, sitting on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
surface of it. Yes. So this is all what? This is
Yes,
yes.
Ma'am, on lights also. Street lights also, ma'am.
Lights, it is a different thing. But then this water pollution is harmful for all of us, for plant life, for animal life, for human beings, everything. Yes. So we should not throw out waste material. We should not throw out the waste into the water bodies. Now, sometimes what happens? The sewage is so connected that every house sewage, there are pipelines. Yes, pipelines laid down underground. So what happens? These pipelines are released into water bodies only, and that is all dirty water. Yes, that is the water that is coming out of toilets. Yes, so isn't it dirty water? And
Yes, ma'am.
it is being left, it is being released into the water bodies. So that is very bad for all of us, human beings, for animals, for plants, and all living beings. Yes, Anmol, you want to say something?
Ma'am, in effects of water pollution, there is last line says mosquito can cause diseases like malaria and dengue.
Yes. So this is why it is told like not to hold water in these. Now see, people have coolers also in their houses. Yes, cooler होते हैं जिसमें
Yes.
water has to be filled in summers. Yes. So what happens when the season changes, when the summers go and it is like the winters approach? So isn't it said to clean up the coolers? Don't let the water be in it only. Yes. On daily basis, we fill water, but then if the water remains, it has to be cleaned out. It has to be emptied. Why? Because if the water is going to remain there, again, the mosquitoes are going to breed in it. How many of you have seen coolers in your houses or in your relatives' houses?
Ma'am, I
And
also.
ma'am, insects also in it.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
If-
I have.
It has
Yes,
a
ma'am, and the
mosquito
dirty water.
yes. In the coolers.
Ma'am,
also.
like we filled it today.
Yes, we
Ma'am,
filled.
like we
Ma'am,
filled it today. So tomorrow it will have many insects.
No. Not on such a short this thing duration. Like
Excuse me, ma'am.
if it remains for 10, 12 days without being used. See, on daily basis, what happens is we switch on the cooler, the pump starts, like it pumps the water and the water goes up on the pads and comes down on the base again. So that is like moving water. That does not have any mosquitoes when it is being used. But when the coolers are switched off, the weather changes. Now we don't require the coolers anymore. It remains off. That stagnant water, which is undisturbed by anything, there mosquitoes are going to breed. So it doesn't happen in 1 or 2 days, beta. It needs a like a long duration to become dirty. Yes, Shirsh.
ma'am, I was saying that, ma'am, at the entrance of my colony, ma'am, at gate number 2, ma'am, there's a lot of sewer water collected in the, ma'am, in the rains.
Yes. And what happens after 2, 3 days, 4 days?
Yes,
There
ma'am,
are a
many
lot of
mosquitoes and ma'am, bad smells. Ma'am, it
yes,
smells bad.
yes, it smells bad. There are so many mosquitoes flying over it.
Many times I have seen kids and ma'am, uncles, ma'am, falling in that. Ma'am,
Oh,
cause they cannot see the ma'am breaks in the water. And
yes,
ma'am, they just drive scooters or cycle and they fall down.
yes, they fall down. So this is what water pollution is. Now, sources of water pollution. कहाँ से हो रहा है ये water pollution? Let's study this.
Ma'am, factories.
Stuti, beta, read out this table that is given. This diagram that is given, you have to read out that. Sources of water pollution.
Industries waste, fertilized form fields,
Okay, wait.
bathing of
Wait. Industrial waste. Say
industrial waste,
fertilizers from fields.
fertilizer from fields,
What are fertilizers?
Ma'am, that help the
Water
to grow.
sprays.
Yes, that helps the crops to grow better. So they have chemicals in it. Yes, the fertilizers are what? They
Ma'am,
have.
why are you lagging?
I'm lagging.
Chemicals, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is showing to me. It is showing to me your internet connection is unstable.
Unstable.
Yes, it is showing to me. Hanji. So what I was telling, these fertilizers, when they are like spread into the fields, yes, for crop growth, for better crop growth. So with water, when you water the fields, this water like gets soaked into
You have
the
lagged.
soil. Can you hear me, children? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, but ma'am, your voice is stopped for a second.
Okay.
And ma'am, it's happening again and again.
Okay, tell me, is it better now if I switch off my camera? Is it better?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is
Um,
better.
ma'am, no. Ma'am, you talk for some time.
Acha, I'll talk for some time. So
Ma'am,
these fertilizers are also
it's-
fertilizers are also a source of water pollution. It gets soaked into the soil and finally it seeps down through the ground into the water bodies. That is also a source of water pollution. Then next, Stuti, read out the next one.
Bathing of human beings and animal in water bodies, chemicals from factory, dumped household garbage, oil spits, cloth cleaning
Agents, cloth cleaning agents,
like
detergents, then
contesting waste material.
construction waste material. Now, these are the different sources of water pollution. Like when human beings and animals are animals are made to bathe in the water bodies. Have you seen buffaloes, cows being left out into the water bodies?
yes, ma'am, in the villages.
Yes, in the villages also, beta, not only in villages, in cities also. In Bareilly itself, I have seen near this thing. Which place is that? Some petrol pump.
Ram Ganga?
No, Delapid petrol pump. Opposite to it is a like a pond, a big pond kind of a place, and there buffaloes and cows and pigs and everybody is in, like all animals are inside it, and it is so dirty.
Ma'am, ma'am, people also.
No people. It's not people. It's only the animals that are left. So that also creates a lot of water pollution. Then untreated sewage from drains. Now, this is what I told. Drains are directly, the drain water, the sewage water is directly released into the water bodies. It should be treated. There should be a proper way of it. It shouldn't be left like that only. Then you must have seen in villages, near villages, these clothes are being cleaned near the water bodies. Yes. So the cleaning agents, the detergents, the soaps that also contaminate this water. Then dumped household garbage. Now this garbage, the waste material is thrown into water bodies. So there are so many there are so many causes of water pollution. Yes, Anmol.
Ma'am, there is a one river when we go over school. There is a one river
Yes,
also called
ma'am.
Nakatiya River. Ma'am, that is very dirty.
Yes,
Ah,
ma'am, it smells bad when we go through the bridge.
Ma'am. And ma'am, it is connected to one.
And ma'am, when we go from that bypass, like road, and ma'am, there's a factory, ma'am, which releases bad water into that lake.
okay.
Or
So
even
that's
river.
very sad. Now we see all these things around us. So it feels bad, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Children, now my voice is better.
Yes, ma'am, it's not like now.
Now it's not lagging.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So I'm going to keep my camera off only. Then let's read about water pollution in Bengaluru. Like what happened in Delhi because of air pollution. So let's see what happened in Bengaluru because of water pollution. Okay, Shirsh, read.
Water pollution in Bangalore. Bangalore city is known for its lakes. The lake water is treated to supply drinking water in many parts of the city. Last few years has been an increase in the level of water pollution in Bangalore. In 2019, Lake Balandar and Varthur had become frothy and Ulsur Lake turned into a graveyard. People fell sick after drinking containment water. Many industries continue to discharge untreated water into these lakes. The sewage from households also drains into these lakes. Efforts are being made by the state government, National Green Tribunal and various NGOs to clean up these lakes.
Okay. So now what happened in 2019? Things are happening in 2019 only. In Delhi also it happened in
Why?
2019. Yes, in Bengaluru also it happened in 2019. These lakes, it is a city of lakes. Bengaluru is known to be known for its lakes. So the lakes Belandur and Varthur had become frothy. Now what is frothy? Can anybody tell me?
No, ma'am, I can't tell. I don't know.
Acha. What is the yes? It is like
Ma'am,
what
dirty?
froth? No, no. Froth is when you go for a bath. Yes, you use shampoo, you use soaps. So the jhag that is made, what is that called? Jhag is called froth. Okay, you drink cold coffee.
Ma'am?
Listen, you drink cold coffee. All of you drink cold coffee. You drink
Yes,
different
ma'am.
milkshakes. There is a layer of froth over the milk. Every time it is poured into a glass, you can see froth separately
There's no
from
milk
rest of the
also.
milk. Yes. So what is froth? Froth is actually jhag. So now these
Yes, ma'am, but
lakes,
in the rivers, when the ma'am it mixed with ma'am pollution, ma'am it becomes bad.
yes, it becomes frothy because of that. Now these lakes over there was a snowy foam. Now, why the snowy foam occurred, we'll have to go deep into it. But froth is they become frothy because of maybe snow or something. Foam forms on the surface of the lakes. When the surface that is because of some scientific reason, beta. All you need to know for class 4 is that there is a layer of froth that was accumulated or that was formed on these lakes. And the other lake that was Alsur Lake. It turned into a fish graveyard. What is a graveyard?
Ma'am, we bury dead people.
Yes, where we bury dead people. Yes, the graves are made and people, the dead people are like
Buried in them.
buried in those graves. So the Alsur Lake turned into a fish graveyard. That means a lot of fish died in that lake.
Died.
Yes. So this is what happened in 2019 in Bengaluru. People fell sick after drinking contaminated water. Now this water was in supply to homes for drinking purposes or for various purposes. People used to use it, and what happened because the water was contaminated. So people used
Ma'am, they fall sick.
yes, they fell sick. Many industries continued to discharge untreated water into these lakes. Now, अब industries में भी क्या होता है? They do not discharge untreated, like they continue to discharge अपना जो गंदा पानी होता है industries का with a lot of chemicals, fertilizers and so many poisonous things. It is released into these water bodies only. They don't treat it. The sewage water from households also drains into these lakes. Sewage water, घर का गंदा पानी, dirty water also goes into these lakes. So much happened in 2019 in Bengaluru. Now, what does the government do? It does efforts that all this can be controlled and the lakes can be cleaned up. This is about water pollution. Now, what were the effects of water pollution? What all happened? Harsh Patel will read. Harsh, are you there, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Beta Harsh, why don't you put your camera on now? Earlier, you used to be always there with your camera on. Now you've started putting it off. Why so? Yes, good. Start reading.
Okay, ma'am. Water pollution is harmful for all living beings. Birds such as seagulls
Girls.
and other aquatic animals die because of water pollution. When humans consume fish and other seafood
From
in the body, it leads to illness and diseases. Drinking water that is polluted causes waterborne diseases such as dysentery,
dysentery or dysentery or dysentery.
dysentery, jaundice, and
Okay, wait. Jaundice
diarrhea.
and diarrhea. Have you heard of these two diseases? Jaundice and diarrhea?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have heard of diarrhea, not jaundice.
Okay. Then read out the last line, Harsh.
Stagnant water breeds mosquitoes and can cause diseases like malaria and dengue.
Dengue. Now, water pollution, we all know it is harmful for every living being. Why? Because it is the survival of life. We survive on.
Ma'am, because when the water get polluted,
Yes, the water gets polluted. It is what will happen? We get ill, we get diseases because we consume that dirty
yes,
water.
ma'am.
Yes. So, what kind of diseases are caused due to dirty water? Very important.
Ma'am, dysentery, jaundice, and diarrhea.
Yes. Jaundice is a kind of fever. Diarrhea is when your stomach gets upset, and dysentery is also one of the diseases related to stomach only, I think. So this is what happens with by consuming dirty water. And stagnant water breeds
There
mosquitoes.
is no chance of death, na?
In which beta? In which disease?
Ma'am, any of the disease?
Yes, if it becomes very intense, then definitely even a fever is very dangerous if it becomes too severe. Yes. Okay. So what was I saying? The last line. Stagnant water breeds mosquito and can what do you mean by breeds mosquito? Stagnant water, ठहरा हुआ पानी breed का क्या मतलब होता है?
Let me open my dictionary.
Okay, breed is to reproduce, पैदा करना. तो stagnant water में अपने आप what happens? Mosquitoes appear. Mosquitoes take birth, we can say. Okay, and what happens? It also causes diseases like malaria and dengue. Do we call it dengue or it's dengue? Tell.
Ma'am, dengue. Ma'am, dengue.
No,
Both.
it's dengue. It's dengue, not dengue. Now, there are few words whose pronunciation has been revised, like dengue and asthma or asthma. Tell.
Ma'am, asthma.
Yes.
asthma.
And almond or almond.
Almond.
Almond. Its L sound is silent. We call it almond. Yes. So this is still here that we'll do. Now tomorrow we are going to do the next part. The class is about to get over.
Next link.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye children. Bye. See you in the
Ma'am,
next
the
class.
next class is yours?
Yes, it's mine. Today
Okay,
we
ma'am,
have
joining your
many
class.
classes together.
Ma'am, I have joined your class.
Right now only. There
Yes,
is no point.
ma'am.
I'm going to end this meeting.